Doctors, good morning. Happy Monday. You see how beautiful it is? I got my doctors from the West Coast jumping in first thing in the morning. Dedication and discipline. I love it. Thank you for jumping on. It means a lot to me because if you're not here, I'm not here kind of thing. And I know it's not easy. It's a Monday morning. Do we want to be up early? No. Do we want to do work? Not really. Do I want to be on vacation? Yes. Do I want to be on a beach somewhere? Sure. To get there, we have to do this first, right? So, good morning, girls. Nice to see you both. And just to give you a heads up, this morning I had two back-to-back sessions with doctors from India that are applying for the match. It's not easy because I think we take it for granted because we're here. A lot of doctors want everything, and they work hard for their scores, and they want to get to the States, but they only know what they hear, through friends, their seniors, Reddit, and everything. So to give you a quick idea of how bad the what's it called, the game, the game of, like, was it the phone game, or like, every time you tell somebody something, how it changes, right? So I'll give you an idea. Years ago in the match process, when you're applying for the residency, you can never contact a program director. It's forbidden to contact anybody in the program. You work hard for your USMLE scores. You work hard for your resume. You apply and you wait and relax. But years go by. Let's fast forward before pandemic, through the pandemic. People get upset. They go, I got denied. I got denied a interview. Why? So I'm going to email the program director and demand them to look at me. And some might have possibly got looked at, still got denied. To a point that now, the biggest thing is, just so you guys have an idea, letters of interest. So letters of interest are the biggest bullshit letters in the world. They say, meaning people out there, say you should write a letter of interest and email every program you're going to apply to. So this morning, my doctors that I'm working with, my match services, I help doctors get into the match process, and they all match respectfully. If they have certain criteria that we need, do my best to leverage their applications. I said, well, who told you about a letter of interest? Oh, my friend said it, my colleague, and everyone's doing it. I'm like, let me just walk you through the thought process, even though I know the answer because I work with program directors. If I have a program, and you're applying to it, and basically there's 1,500 applicants, okay, why will you send me an email, which I'll never open, to tell me, hi, my name is Dr. Stavros from Greece, yeah, and I am very interested in applying to your program, and I have this, and I have this, and I have that. I'll never look at the email. If I look at it, I'll delete it. And this is what people don't tell you, meaning out there, but that's what happens. But people, though, just like going to the gym, I do it this way. This is what I do. I recommend this. I recommend that. Everyone's recommending letter of interest, which is ridiculous. So my people won't do that because I'm like, if you do that, A, it won't go anywhere. B, they might be offended and might not even give you an interview because they go, well, what are you even sending me? So you see an example. This ties into step one, step two. It's hearsay. Everyone says do it this way. People reading on Reddit do it that way. But that's fine. But do you understand how it doesn't work, right? The best thing to remember is you work hard for step one to pass. Step two, high score. Then your resume. Don't wait till last minute to get a research position. Don't wait before the match process to show what you can do. Now, if this is the time that you have, if you're interested in whatever specialty, make sure you're building your resume the best possible way, whatever it is. So when you apply to your residency, because this is why you're here, right? To get into residency, to practice medicine, you have to provide more than just a pass on step one and a high score. They want to see who you are as a person. So a little taste of what's to come for you guys. I promise you, it is a beautiful journey. It's a long one at times, and you have to kind of schedule things. You can't just wait to do it at the end. Start putting the pieces together now. But first things first, I'm going to shut up because I know it's a Monday morning, and we know that step one is the most important thing we have to do now. But I do provide as much value as I possibly can because it is like a chess game. You have to put the pieces together. You have to move. You have to know you have to think and foresee the steps ahead. You can't just work on step one and work on step two. We do that, but think of what's the next step. So whatever specialty you desire, which I've asked you guys, so you could definitely tell me what you guys want to get into. I will tell you, no problem. Let's pass step one, get into step two, and kick ass, right? Awesome. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a great time. Spend some time for yourself, reset, re-energize. Every Monday morning, we cover immunology. Immunology is something that can give you points, as you know. So what I love to do is break it down for you. Well, we have, congenital adrenal disorders, right? Congenital disorders, immunodeficiency disorders. We have hypersensitivity problems. We have transplants. We have medications. I mean, it really isn't that bad. So if I can help you at least get points, this is what I do. I can't just do immunology one day in a month and expect you to see the points. So as I do this every Monday, immunology, I expect you all to be masters at it eventually, right? Hypersensitivity, graft versus host, know which is what. This is what you're going to do. Even if you don't get a question like this on the test specifically, it will give you the concept of it, or it'll be somewhere in the question stem, somewhere in the answer choice. Simple as that, right? Awesome. So I need you to always ask yourselves, how good, how strong is my system? Immunology, microbiology, biochemistry, all the organ systems. Don't go hunting and find a topic you don't know and work on it. Strengthen everything else you can, because think of it this way. If I can go ahead and strengthen as much as possible on all my organ systems, which are 9, then we have psych, biostats, epi. Oh, I hate that. Well, you got to do it. Then we have micro, biochem, and immuno. If you can strengthen 65% each one of those stupid things, you're going to pass the test. But we as students and physicians were stubborn. I want to learn this. I got to learn that. All right, guys, you watch Dirty Medicine. You watch Ninja Nerd. They're better than me. They master it. That's not my job. Their job is to teach you the content. I'm here to help you connect clinical knowledge, be a better test taker, and also teach you what I can, whatever I can, and what I know best, you'll know by heart. But the point is, if you can watch these videos and they still don't get it, there's a problem with the material, right? That's the whole point. So just think of it this way. Master the content, 65% of it, and slowly keep increasing. When you finish studying, guys, questions, the power of application. Because I'm sorry, you can watch videos all day, but can you actually answer the stupid question? If you can't, it's an literally flow chart. Content, test taking. That's it. If you can't tell me which one, we have a problem. So please figure it out when you get incorrect. Tell me what's going on. Is it because you don't know the content? My response is go review the material again. First aid, videos, notes. If you do know the material, you just got it wrong. Well, why'd you get it wrong, right? So that's why we do questions today. All right. So Dr. T has his hand up. My friend Tarasai, what's going on? How was your weekend, bud?
Yeah, my weekend was good. I worked yesterday and I managed to do some rapid review reading
Good.
while at
What do
work.
you do again, Dr. T? What work? What work do you do? Where are you at right now? For the class to know.
Yeah, so I'm working, with the nurses. I'm an NA at the moment, and I spoke with one of the docs. He said he can guide me to get some papers published next month.
Awesome. Good. That's awesome,
So,
right? That's cool, isn't it? That's cool.
yes.
So you see, before we start, this is why I bring it up. If you're like Dr. T or anybody else here, either you're a physician, guys, or you're a medical student, one or the other. If you have an opportunity to get on a paper, publish, article, whatever, do it. Um, at the same time, you focus on step one, you finish step one, you're in rotations, right? You start working hard, clinical knowledge. So if you have an opportunity to get anything, build your resume from now. You can't wait till later when it's game time, because they will see everything was established or created a month before match, and that's just fake, right? You want to get it done as soon as possible to strengthen the chances. You know why, guys? Because this is the system that they don't tell you before we start. People with 260s can't match now. You know why? Because they pass or fail. They pass step one. They get high scores on CK. Either A, they have poor LORs, poor personal statements. Their resume sucks. There's nothing there. And they want to do surgery. They want to go OBGYN. They go, well, your score is 265. I'm very impressed, but can you tell me why you want to be OBGYN? And there's nothing to support it. And that meaning we need support to support why you love what you love. All right, awesome. So, Dr. T, how you feel about immunology, man? Are you gonna be my immunologist? Come on.
Yeah,
I need doctors, man. I'm
I,
gonna get old. I'm gonna get sick. I need
yeah, I
you guys to
feel
save me.
pretty much good for the most part of it. I
Let me
feel
ask
like
you this.
yes,
Oh, please, please. No, please, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, it's just like there's not much in there. There's you know, it's just knowing hypersensitivity reactions, the transplants, and
Yeah.
different cells, how they work. You know,
So, being that you guys here do an amboss or you rolled or both, awesome. Eventually, you'll see the questions. Awesome. How do you tackle that, Doc? Like when you do your questions, and let's say you tapped out, how are you doing questions, knowing that sometimes you know the scenarios? So how are you then practicing?
yeah, I'm reading the other options just to strengthen the base. So like always looking for to add more information to what I
Cool.
know.
Because just so you know, I've done all the questions multiple times in every bank. I what I do is I know the scenario, I know the answer. That's what residency is. That's why training is. Some doctors here are physicians already. Right? You do training to know the algorithm so you know what's going on. But I quiz on the other answer choices. So if I see a question, because I've seen this 1,000 times, I know the answer, but I look at the other answer choices because I forget the other ones, right? I'm human. I can't know everything completely. I forget biochem, I forget immunology, I forget because it's a consistent, you constantly brain dumping. Think of me. I do step one, step two, step three every day. I see students. I'm in the hospital. So it's like a lot of stuff I'm overwhelmed. I constantly have to review. If you review, you will pass. If you don't, you will. Should be like a song. All right. So let's do some questions, guys. Let's participate. Raise your hands if you want to do questions live with me. If not, I get you. Be on the back end, type away, quiz yourself. Let's attack a few questions. If you want me to stop, stop me. If you need questions, ask. I am here to help you. Dr. T, take it away, sir.
Okay. She appears tired. Examination shows a diffuse urticaria rash. The
Okay,
antibiotic is discontinued.
okay.
Which of the following is most likely underlying mechanism for recurrent infections? Okay. One
Those are
week
tough.
after start, 1 week after starting amoxicillin for sinusitis, a 4-year-old girl was brought to the emergency department with a fever, rash, and myalgia. She has been hospitalized multiple times for recurrent streptococcal pneumonia and meningitis. Okay.
Okay. So
So,
please, because the thing is, Doc, so you know, right? You're on here. A lot of people jumping off for the first time at times. Instead of going straight, just always stop and say, okay, summarize a little bit. Tell us what your thought process is based upon what you see, what you're thinking the condition is, and how you're gonna eliminate the answer choices.
okay, yeah. So she has some defect of some form, and because she's having recurrent sinusitis, and she's having recurrent streptococcal pneumonia and meningitis, and some rash.
Okay.
So, I'm thinking, strep pneumo. She probably has a problem with opsonization, and she's
Well,
4 year
because
old.
yeah, because she's a young girl, she has these reactions multiple times of strep. This is
Yeah.
huge. They're going to tell you strep, pneumo, and meningitis. Pneumo, meningitis. We're doing immunology, but that's why I always do immunomicrobiochem. They connect together, right? So they're telling you multiple times strep, pneumo, and meningitis. Like, shh, this is not good. Okay. So because she has a history of recurrent strep infections and some hypersensitivity reaction, okay, do you want to knock out answers that you know are not possible and tell me why they're not possible?
Yeah. Okay. Absence of IgA antibodies. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll knock that out because she will have to have like atopy, um, hypersensitivity reactions to the transfusions, um,
Okay.
UTI, like she will have to have upper respiratory infections and GI infections, like to
Good. Good.
Giardia, for example.
Sure. Right. So this is IgA deficient. IgA selective IgA deficiency, which if you look